I have to look because a few minutes ago there was a little bit of trouble. Yes, it's live now, and it's exactly 12 o'clock. So I'm gonna paint uh, some of his fur. I have put out different kinds of grays. Because I can't stay very long. And maybe I have to, uh, for a minute, I have to go out to pick up something of the mailman. Good morning, Bruce. Oh, Alexis is there. Oh, nice. So it's playing time with Grandpa. Here there is also lighter spots. I hope you can see that I put in the fur. And that's my telephone. It's too much. I have to mix up a bit of that gray with a bit of that white. So it isn't not all white, but a bit lighter. You can hear me slightly dapping. And later on, I have also a meeting for the neighborhood where I live. Good morning, Diana. How are you? All the fine fur. Drinking coffee. Okay. Now I just had my lunch, and I wanted to paint a bit because later on I have to put in uh, another television, and I have to install that. So I'm waiting when they are bringing it. It would be between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So I have to install him and install the sound bars. Yes, I can install it by myself. And my hubby is working, so I hope I'll be ready when he is coming home, so he can watch the new telly, because the other television there is a black uh, stripe in it, so I don't think he lasts for long. But that television is about 20 years old, so. And my hubby can't install it, so I'm the technical person over here. And on, when was it? The Saturday to when we get the car, there's a whole navigation system in it with a radio, and I have to install his telephone in it so that he can call me hands free, so he can do it through his navigation. He don't know anything about that technical things, so I have to learn him when he is with his pension in August. He has to learn a lot for the PC, to how to pay bills through the PC. But years ago, he had a brain. He had an attack, brain attack, many years ago. So his short memory doesn't work how it should be. So I have to explain it several times until it stuck in his head. You know a little bit more about computers than him. Okay. No, my hubby don't know anything about that. And yesterday I explained to him how to use the telephone in his navigation, and I have to tell that 6, 7 times before it gets to him. But he will learn, and he has to take his time to to learn it, so he have to do it several times before he know what to do. And sometimes that's very difficult because when he is home and sometimes I tell him something and the day after he said, "Oh, such of such that," and then I have to say to him, "I told you yesterday what I have done. Today I have also to put the old car out of the insurance, put in the new car because he don't know how to do that. So he have a lot to learn. But the end of August, he don't have to work anymore. So I can also take the time to explain it to him how to do some things. He is a truck driver. He is driving on a large truck, and he go to fabrics and to stores to clean out all the clutter they throw away. And he is driving a very big truck in all those little streets. And after his brain attack, um, he had only a driver's license for a small car. And after his brain attack, he yeah he wanted to drive on a big truck. So you have to learn, and you have your driving into the car. That was going okay because it's almost similar than uh, than a normal car. And got how do you call that? The things you have to learn from the books and the questions you have to answer for your driver's license that I have to repeat every night again until it was stuck in his head. And when he going for his driver's license, he passed his driver's license in one time. So I was very proud of him that he succeed because for him it was very hard. Yes, he had a stroke. It's a long time ago now, but he has still having some problems with yeah, he forgets a lot of things in his short memory. He knows everything from years and years ago, but his short memory is sometimes uh, playing parts with him. But I'm glad he is still here because there are people that get strokes and yeah, can't do anything anymore. So yeah, short-term memories. That's the trouble. I hope you can see all those little strokes of fur. And beneath here, here are three kinds of gray in each other. Yes, both of your parents had major strokes, and it impacted them badly when they were in their 80s. Oh, yeah, Will is now almost, Will is 66 now, and he had this stroke when he was 51 years old. So he was very young because he couldn't lift his arms anymore, and it was for a short time, but still it has its effect. Yes, he is a young stroke survivor indeed. Hello, JC. Good morning. I think for you over here it's in the afternoon. So I had a fun night yesterday, Diana, with you and Chrissy. And I always want to try to be with your live streams, and also with the live streams from Bruce and Anthony, Chrissy. 7, 7:30. Okay. No, in here it's now. I have to look. Uh, 12:38. I have almost a whole day behind me because in the early morning I'm always out of my bed. I'm out at 5 o'clock in the morning because my hubby has to go to his work then. And then I'm going out of my bed also. And at 7 o'clock I'm outside with the dogs. Hmm. This message is withheld for why? You don't say anything wrong. Sometimes when somebody wrote something, YouTube held the message back, and I don't know why. I think you have that also, Diane, when somebody puts in a message and YouTube held it back for review, and you can put accept, so you go to the lake every day. Oh, no, I don't have a lake here. We have a river, but not a lake. And a few miles further, we had the North Sea, so the ocean. And in here, it's called the North Sea. So, but the lake we don't have. Yes, we have one in the middle of the Netherlands, but not nearby. Oh, I think that the first package is coming. This that is the soundbar for the television. No, no, it's not a mail. It's not a mailman. I can see it from upstairs. Yes, that is very nice to have a lake nearby. Yes, YouTube holds comments sometimes. And the viewer has to accept that comment because it's in another a color of text. They put it in other color of text, and you can read it, but you have to accept that comment. And sometimes I think that's strange. It's not a stupid thing what you are telling or what they are writing, but I don't know why they do that. the ocean is 2 hours away. No lake nearby. Yeah, yeah, we have a lake in the middle of the Netherlands, and that's also a drive of about 2 hours. Because yes, our country is not so big, and the ocean is, yeah, 45 minutes drive. So that's not a long drive to go there. We only have a park nearby, and there is a big pond in it. And sometimes I go with my scootmobile in the summer, and take the dogs with me to the park so they can go and run around over there. And the mother dog, she always jump in the pond. So then when we come home, I have to clean her in the shower. Yes, I always take my time, JC, for my painting, because I'm a person that is never satisfied with the things that I do. I always want to have everything almost perfect. Nobody is perfect, but I always want to try to have it perfect. That's maybe a bad habit of me. But like this fur, I like it when you see it that you said, "Oh, it's soft." It isn't soft, but the look of it is soft. You are between the mountains, 2 hours away in the north, and the ocean, 2 hours away in the east. Okay. No, we don't have any mountains here. Our land is flat. We have a flat country. In the North Georgia is the mountains. All right. Yes, here in the Netherlands we don't have any mountains. The first mountains in the nearest is in France. and that is a 2 day or 3 day drive. I don't know. I never been in France. The only thing that I've been in is in the UK because I have a. I don't know if she is still living, but my mother's sister was living in the UK. So when I was a child, we go there on a holiday, and I think I was maybe 10 years old. And I have only been in Belgium, but further nowhere. But my dream is once to go to Australia for the nature over there. The Pyrenees Mountains. Shalom, Luba. Oh, you lived in France for 1.5 years. Okay. So you know the language also, Diane. I can only speak a few words. Oui, non, je t'aime, baguette. I know a few words, but not much. Yes, the fur is a lot of work, Luba. Oh, you okay? No, the only thing that I speak is Dutch and English. And English I needed to speak when we were on vacation because my niece and my nephew they didn't understand Dutch. So when I was a child, I had to speak English. And the last time that I was in the UK, that is when I was, I think, 10 or 11. And after that, we don't have any contact anymore. And in the meantime, I um, I was going out of my parents' house because I married Will, and on school we had English, but on the higher school only, and I was there only for 3 years. So after that, when the last time I had spoken English was, I think, when I was 16, because that was the time that I learned. Um, I meet my husband. So, and after that, I never speak English again. Yes, now on Facebook, YouTube, because the most of my friends only speak English. So it was necessary to do that. And the most of the YouTube channels are English. And the fur is going different ways. And I cut my own fur brush because my brushes that I purchased on Amazon aren't still here. So I have to wait for them. When I put my light out, look, now he has a different color when the light is out, because the light is very bright. And now you see it is a little bit softer. I'm not sure if the smoke is. temperature also a little bit down, because in here, this is his belly, and in here it's gray, dark gray with a little bit of brown, and in here you see a little piece of his other leg, of his back leg. So that is about a bit in front of that tree. So I didn't put that in. I need a bit of my black and make another color of gray. How many years I've been painting? Uh, I think now I have painted in the little video you saw on my YouTube from the faces. They are from 1.5 years ago, and before that I was drawing, doing Centangle, um, normally color with pencils and not with acrylic paint. The female faces I made with acrylic paint, but this kind of paintings that I do now, I started with some paintings of Ian Harris, and that is, I think, 9 months ago. So intensive painting, what I'm doing now, it's for about 9 months, like this in the nature paintings that I do. So that's not so long. I'm not painting so long as the most of the people that are on YouTube that paint. So I'm not an expert. Not yet. Mm, here at the top. Because I have my uh, reference picture on my bigger screen. Look, there is the reference, so I can uh, see the fur. You can see him in his whole thing, because my laptop and my big screen are behind each other. So, and that is why I always put a photo vote on my Facebook page, so that the people can vote on what I have to paint first. And the first was, sorry, the first painting that I, in this series, were the horses that I want, that the people want to see, that I needed to paint. And I never did horses. And the second one, that was the watermill. But I always, in my paintings, I never copy it exact. I always put something of myself in the painting, like the background of this koala, because the background from the original photograph is only white and a little bit of green, but there are no leaves in it, nothing. You are getting hungry. Have a nice day, JC, and thanks for being here. So I have still a lot to learn, and the next, if I have done this one, when he is finished, the next one was a landscape. I have to look. Uh, oh, no, no. That is the watermill. That were the horses. Yes, the it was what I put on my Facebook. So the first one were the horses, the watermill. Now I'm doing this koala, and you can see the background is only a little bit of green and white. This one was the painting before it. This one was the first that I choose. The next one will be this landscape with the mountains and the pine trees, the water, and then I have to do the bridge, the metal bridge between the two brick towers with a nice sky and all the pine trees on the rocks and the green in the front. Dus that was from the photo vote. Now tomorrow morning I have a meeting for a board meeting for our neighborhood. There are a couple of streets over here, and then we're gonna talk about the things that they have to do. And then tomorrow afternoon, I think I'll go further with the koala because I don't finish it today. And I have to do the gum tree. So I have still a lot to do. But I love him. He is cute. In here, there are also some lighter hairs. I have to see how long I'm on. Because I have to be downstairs at 73 minutes. Okay, yes, it's a 1:15, so I have still some time. Otherwise, I have to run downstairs. And I can't run. Otherwise, they are standing on the door and they have to wait when I come down. And normally, when they bring something, they give me a call in front, so maybe 10 or 15 minutes before they are arriving. And it depends on the chauffeur that is driving the car. You'll be right back. Okay, Diana. Now I have a much thinner paint so that I can use the tips only of my brush. So the fur is much thinner. I hope you enjoyed it all a little bit. On what I'm trying to do. Oh, there's the first postman. Oh no, he's driving through. We had different postmans here. Bit of his hair is peeking in front of that gum tree. You're back. That is a bit where his belly is. And now I need a little bit of, like a bit of a brown gray. And that is where the difference is between his rear leg and his belly. Maybe that's a little bit of a different color because he is always climbing up to the trees. So his belly is a little bit dirty from the trees. You never know. Oh, there's a hair. I think it's from the cat. Like that. Yes, I hope it will be a gum tree. I never see a gum tree, but I think on the picture it's a gum tree. But it will be a tree. Whatever tree it is, I don't know. Now I want to let him dry because there are a lot of layers on him. So I take a little brush and I'm gonna try a little bit of the bark of that tree. So, wow, it's raining heavily now. A little while it was dry, but now almost I have to go picking up a boat to get to the other side of the street. There's also darkness in the bark. Yes, I did use stencils for the leaves and my airbrush. I had two kinds of stencils. These are the smaller leaves, and in the background you see the fern leaves. Maybe you can see it like this better. And when I have done my the bark of the tree, I want to try to do a little bit of the smaller leaves, a bit in the front of the tree, of the bark. So the tree is a little bit in the back, um, and the leaves will come a little bit in front. So it's just like he is eating, or he is going to eat those leaves. I hope that the telly is coming a little bit early, so that it is installed before my hubby is coming home. And it's a smart TV, so then I can also see YouTube on the telly in the big way, and that would be nice to see the people painting uh, on the big screen. So that will be cool. Because the screen is oh, 156 uh, diagonal screen. So that's very large. Why is my computer in saving stand? We didn't have painting on the live stream in a while. Videos only will paint with alcohol inks on live stream. In spring when I can open the windows. Oh yes, definitely with alcohol ink. You have to ventilate. My window is next to me, so when I spray paint, I always put open my windows. Otherwise, I will be a lot of coughing because of my asthma. So I need to ventilate also. and I already have a cold, so I need to be careful now. Need a little bit of lighter in here because his little fingers are. Oh yes, yes. Then you have to ventilate indeed. Hello, Ian. Yesterday evening, I was in a double stream by Diana and with your stream. So it was fun to have to see two streams at the same time. And I liked the bird. He was beautiful. So I was talking in two live streams. And that was fun. Oh, double dipping. Yes, it was double dipping, indeed. Because I didn't get a notification of your stream, but Chrissy told us on on the stream from Diana that you were painting that bird. Now you can see a little bit of that tree. But I was painting and I saw that I was out of the focus. Because we were on Facebook and YouTube live stream. Yes, you were on YouTube and on Facebook. But Ian was also on YouTube. So I split my screen, my laptop screen. One half was you and Gracie, and the other half of my screen, um, that is where Ian was painting his bird. So I could type in both of the screens. Oh, no one is getting notifications. Yes, that's right. That is strange because the notification bell is on, but I get a notification of Diana. That one I get, but not yours. And by my famous YouTubers, I have always put on the notification bell, so when they are on live, or then I get a notification. I didn't get it from your live stream. So sometimes it's very strange. Maybe they are changing all the things again. You never know. I think they love to change things. But I was glad that Chrissy noticed us that you were live, so I still could see it. How is that possible? My battery is almost empty, he said. Ah, I see it. Ah, the plug was out. Ah, stupid me. Switch notification off on my channel and switch it back on and it may work. Okay. You see, that's stupid Diana. Ian set that switch notification off on my channel and switch it back on, and it may work. And YouTube reheld that notification of him. I have to accept it to see what he is writing. There is nothing wrong with the things he said. I think I'll let him dry. And if I have the time after the board meeting tomorrow, and I have cleaned the back of the top of my house, and I have the time, then I'll come back tomorrow to finish this painting, because I want to do this tree, this side of the tree, and maybe a little bit in his fur, and some of those leaves I want in front of the tree, so it will break down a little bit. So I hope you all enjoyed this stream. Put out my other PC. Has to learn a lot, yes. So I will give it a quit for now, and I'll give a notification on my Facebook if I have the time to come back tomorrow to put the rest in. And I will all thank you for being here. Yes, it is getting there. And you can see if I put it closer how small the fur is. It's almost that he asks you to give him a hug. So he's a sweetie. So thank you very much, everybody. And don't forget to give me the thumbs up, please. And I'll see you next time. Okay, Diana. Yes, I'm quitting for now because I want to get my laptop downstairs and get the things ready to install the telly for Bill, and then I'm downstairs when the postman is coming, and I think I'll be back tomorrow after the border meeting. So thank you so much, and I see you all later. And kisses from me. Bye bye.